Hello, everyone. Oh, wish I had some music. Oh, how is everyone doing? It's always good to stretch. Okay, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are going well. How is everyone doing through the coronavirus and being quarantined? I hope you guys are doing well, keeping safe, staying at home, but working out and learning. All right, so let's get right to it. So we're on the subject of marketing. So for those that are wondering, that just came in for the first time, this particular live is daily at 2 p.m. It's Rendez-Vous with Ruth. You could ask me any questions. The purpose of this particular live video is to help you navigate through the quarantine. And they are predicting a recession. So right now, this is particular for individuals that currently have a product or service that they're looking to market. Okay, so this particular event is to help you market, and so you could create more profit during these particular hard times. All right. So today we're going to talk about marketing strategies. Okay. So if you look at the last three videos, we talked about what is marketing. We talked about the mindset of marketing. And we also talked about the different ways to market and who to market to. All right. So today we're going to talk about marketing strategy. So the goal of having a marketing strategy is that you're looking for a marketing strategy that works, right? That's number one. So you want something that works, a marketing strategy that works. How can you ensure that the marketing strategy works? First and foremost, you have to understand what is a marketing strategy, right? Because many people use that word, but we're not really sure what does that mean, a marketing strategy. Now, a marketing strategy is a repeatable, my French is getting the best of me. It's a repeatable process that produce a profit, right? So I'm going to repeat that because I'm just probably saying it very quick. But marketing strategy is a marketing process that is repeatable, right? The keyword is repeatable, right? If it's not repeatable, then it's not a system, right? And most people make a lot of mistakes by creating something that's not repeatable, right? And they don't have any system. So that's one of the biggest mistakes that they make when they do marketing, right? So one of the example could be, someone coming in and creating a big billboard. It's great, but it happened once and it costs a lot of money. So unless you're a big corporation, you have to make sure that you do some things that's repeatable, because that's going to help you in terms of creating your time. I mean, investing your time 20% to get the 80% result. All right. So a lot of people as well, they feel like they have, various techniques, methods, strategy, and sometimes different actions, which is great. However, none of them is repeatable and none of them is a system, right? So again, you'll have to do it over and over and over again, right? So some people usually just get up and say, what am I going to do today? Let me send this email today. Let me do a Facebook ad, they think that, that it's going to work, and it will that one time, right? But it's not a marketing system. A marketing system is something that's repeatable. Okay. Same thing with posting. You have a big product, you want to launch it, and you create a great ad for it, a great posting, and you just wait for response. It's great, but it's not a marketing strategy, right? So let's talk about marketing strategy. So a marketing strategy, it's just something that works every single day, every single month, every single year, because you've created a system that works. Keyword, that works. Okay. And a system that works is obviously profitable, because that is the end result, right? So it's also a system that you can count on. right? So a system, it's something that whether you're asleep or you're awake, it's generating profit on your behalf. And that's what we're looking for, a marketable strategy, right? I see here, marketing is creating and satisfying someone's needs or desire. Great. That's a good definition, Siba. So hi, Siba. Hi, Abjad. Hi, Max. Hi, Manish. Welcome. Welcome. I'm not able to see. Oops, I have to show. Here we go. Oops. Okay, don't do that again. All right, let me hide message. Okay, perfect. All right, so now in terms of creating a system that works, it's important that you create a system. I'll give you guys an example. Like right now, I've done recruiting and staffing for over 17 years. So I had my own business and I was actually able to retire twice, not once, but twice. All right. First of all, what is retirement? Right? Retirement is being able to have enough money so that pays for your living expenses, for your lifestyle, so that you don't have to work. That's what retirement is, right? When I was able to do that twice. The first time I was 20 years old and I was sitting down in the beach of South Beach, Miami. And the second time was in Bali. I was there for the last 2.5 years, and Australia. So I've been traveling for the last 4 years. So I'm now coming back into the market because there's only so much martinis you can have by the beach, right? So one of the example in my industry, which I was able to get right away, is to create a recurring income, right? So an example of a lack of marketing strategy is how you set up your business as well, right? So some business in the recruiting and staffing industry, they usually have like one big fee, right? So they're able to make a placement, they're able to help somebody find employment, and they make one big fee, which is great. And they get a fee right away of 20,000 or more, or less, right? However, people that understand the recurring income, I did some of the big fees, but I've focused more, 60% or more on temporary, which is to place people, and I don't get one big fee, but I get paid for each and every single hour that this person is working, right? And I only had to place a person one time, right? So by being able to do so, you're leveraging your time because somebody else is working, and you're leveraging your money, right? Because you're making money from each and every single hour, right? So these are billable rates, right? So this is a system that has worked, and that's something that, of course, that's one of the things that I'm talking to you guys about right now. Creating a system that allows you to make money from that particular lifestyle that you've created through the marketing system that you've created. Okay, but I don't promote retirement. I wouldn't wish anybody to retire. It's great to take some time off, but I believe as long as we have breath in our body, our goal is to provide as much value and to share our wonderful gift to the world. All right, so I digress when it comes to retirement. So now, once you create a system, it doesn't mean that you're going to sit down at the beach all the time. You have to keep learning. You have to keep testing, and you have to keep recreating. Okay, because it could be working for one time, but then the market changes, like right now. So you've got to retest, relearn, but the product could still be the same, right? And I hope each and every single person that's watching right now has a product or services, because the goal is to apply those methods, not just to consume, but to also to apply this method. All right. So again, the biggest mistake that most people make is that they usually talk about, okay, what am I going to do today to generate an income? Or what am I going to do today or tomorrow? And that's not a system. All right. So it's not repeatable. Okay. So your marketing strategy will need to be reworked. Right. So there'll be, you'll have to change the message, and you also would need to add or remove certain market. Right. So, and the goal again is to do 20% of your effort, so you can get 80% of the result. Okay. Now let's talk about who the market is, because you need to have a targeted market. All right. So the target market, most people, I see that all the time. They're like, I need an avatar. All right. So they create an avatar out of their heads instead of creating research. But a target audience are the people that are most likely to buy. Okay. So it's not just a target audience, but it's a target audience that is most likely to buy. That's a target audience. Okay. So in order for you to remember this, I gave an example yesterday, in terms of, having a gentleman going to buy high heels, right? Or having a woman going to a men's floor and ordering, running shoes size 14 when she's a size 8, right? So the foundation is still there. They both need shoes, right? Except it doesn't be buying, a woman's high heel, vice versa, right? But I know it sounds silly, but that's what a lot of people do. They have a product and services, they send it to everyone, and they're like, everybody fits. Everybody should be able to buy my products and services. Okay. And this couldn't be more further from the truth. Okay. So and also if you look at the previous video, I talk about rejection. All right. So when you do that, when you're sitting out there and you're selling to everybody, hoping that everybody's going to buy it, what's going to happen, you're going to have some rejection. You're going to say, how come they're not buying? Right. And it's like, okay, first of all, it's creating rejection. And as you can see, you've targeted to the wrong audience. Right. So it's the same thing as people that are trying to sell because they don't know that, how to do, let's say, Facebook ads, and they're trying to sell steak to a vegetarian. I know it sounds silly, but many people do that. Okay. So one of the things that you have to remember is that, you don't try to be all things to all people, because you'll end up being no things to all people. Right. So everyone knows that. Right. But one thing I want you to understand, when you do those things, it's expensive. It's really, really expensive. Unless you're a big Nike, or you could go to have an ads on Super Bowl or on television. It's expensive. Right now we have the social media platform, which is great, which is free, right? But if you want to expand your social media platform, you would create ads, right? But why would you promote to everybody when you have a specific niche that you should go after, right? It's less expensive this way, right? And not just that, but it provides you, again, it just creates frustration on your end. Okay, so unless you're a big organization, try not to spend as much money selling to everybody. Okay, it costs a lot of money to market to a lot of people. Okay, it should cost money to market to each person. So when you're talking about marketing and investing your money on ads or anything else, or even your hashtag has to be very, very precise, right? So when you're thinking about marketing this way, just think about each and every single action that you take, or it costs money. For each person, it costs money. All right. So the goal is to be the big fish in a small pond. Okay. And however, you have to be able to define your target audience, right? And if you cannot define your audience, you can't find them, right? So does that make sense? Does that resonate with some of you guys? Because I feel that right now I can't see my chat on Facebook. So I feel like right now it's resonating with a few of you guys. So let me just see if I could go through here. However, I'll have to check later. So I want to make sure that it connects with some of you guys, because I want to make sure you guys save money, especially right now. Right now is not a time to go out there and to start spending a bunch of money, because, believe it or not, the goal right now is to be smart, right? And the goal is to be online, right? So brick and mortars companies are going to, they're going to take, they've already taken a big hit. And in order for them to recuperate, to go back not to go back, I don't think we'll ever be able to go back to normal. But in order for them to prosper, they need to be able to create an income online. And that's why we're doing those videos. We want to make sure that you are able to navigate in the online world by doing it in a smart way. Okay. So let me just see if I have any comments or questions. And again, I am here each and every single day. at 2 p.m. So, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm still working on my technical skills in terms of being able to see some of you guys. But right now I see people from Instagram. Hello. YouTube, I'm not able to see you. And in Facebook, I'm not able to see you. So I'll be able to do that tomorrow. All right. As I'm working on my technology. All right. So if you have any questions, prepare them. Send me a note. Or ask me those questions tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be able to answer any of your questions. So tomorrow we're going to talk more in regards to how to identify your target audience, so that when you do market to them, you're able to do it at a more cost-effective way and a very, very, very strong message. All right, guys. So this is Ruth signing out, reminding you to continue to prosper, keep your head up during this quarantine period. We will overcome that, but just keep in mind, and they've been saying it for a while, a great recession is coming up. So right now, I'm just being proactive. And I would suggest each and every single one of you that are taking those mini vacation to get your butt up and to start studying and to start being an entrepreneur and start making money on the side, because that's the way to go. That's the way to go. If you think you're going to have a job coming back, I really do hope that you do. If not, you got to be very, 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 very creative and create something online. All right. And you could do so very easily. All right. And this is what this is about. All right, guys. So shout out to you guys. I'm sending you guys lots and lots of love and reminding you that success is in your DNA. Mwah.